Hi, it's Miss Allen, and welcome to Adventures in Storytime at Billings Public Library. I'm excited for today's story time. How about you? Let's get started. Two little hands go clap, clap, clap. Two little feet go tap, tap, tap. Two little fists go thump, thump, thump. And two little feet go jump, jump, jump. One little child turns round and round, and one little child sits quietly down. So today we are going to celebrate Earth Day. Earth Day is a day that we use to remind us all how important the planet we live on is. Earth is the planet we live on, and it is the only planet we're going to get. So we need to make sure we take really good care of it. So Earth Day is a day to help us remember all the things we can do to help take care of our planet. So let's get started. Our first story is called The Earth Book, and it is by Todd Parr. Todd has lots and lots of great books in the children's department. My goodness, in fact, we read one when we did family story time in December. The great thing about Todd's books, great pictures, lots of color for little ones, and it talks and tells those hard to talk about topics and views in a great way for little people. So we're going to start with the Earth Book today. See Earth? There it is. Blues and greens for water and plants. I take care of Earth because I know I can do little things every day to make a big difference. I use both sides of the paper, and I bring my own bags to the market because I love the trees. And I want the owls to have a place to live. I turn off the faucet while I brush my teeth, and I use less water for my baths because I love the fish. And I want the oceans to stay blue. I take the school bus and I ride my bike. Look at that, it's a 3-person bike, isn't that cool? Because I love the stars and I want the air to be clear so I can see them sparkle. I try to eat every bite on my plate and save my leftovers because I love watching things grow, and I want there to be enough food for everyone. I remember to turn off the lights and shut the refrigerator to save energy because I love the polar bears, and I want the snowmen to stay cool. I throw garbage in the trash can and recycle glass, aluminum, paper, and plastic because I love to walk barefoot in the grass and I don't want to have to move to Mars. Most of all, I help take care of the earth because I want us all to be happy and healthy. And then there are 10 ways that you can help the earth. First, you can turn off your lights when you're not using them. That saves electricity. You can recycle, meaning reuse it, or give it to companies who will reuse it to make new things. I can save my leftovers instead of throwing them out. Be nice to worms because they help put nutrients into our ground that helps our plants grow. Share a book, like coming to the library. That saves books being made. Plant a tree. Use both sides of your paper so you're not wasting, and you can save a tree. Save water by turning it off when you're done brushing your teeth, or not taking big full baths, even taking showers instead. Clean up your trash. Don't leave it laying around. And number 10, which I think is true, but it's funny also. Put my underwear in the freezer when it's hot. Is that a good way to cool off? It sure is. I don't know that I would do it, but it is a really good way to cool off so you don't have to use the air conditioner. So those are just 10 very simple ways that every one of us can help protect the earth and make it feel good. Remember, if we take care of it, it will take care of us. You didn't know that you could do little tiny things to help keep the earth healthy. So we have a rhyme and a song today, and they're both short, so we're going to do them together each time. One of them you already know, so I won't have to tell you anything about it when we start singing it. But our rhyme first is called Pick It Up, and it goes to the tune of London Bridges. So like London Bridges falling down, that's the song. So we're going to pick it up. Can you pick it up? Okay, here it goes. See the litter, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. See the litter, pick it up. We are not litter bugs. Very good. And then the second one, are you ready? We haven't done this one in a long time, but I know that it is a favorite. Here we go. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, won't you please shine down on me? Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind that tree. These little children are asking you to please come out so they can play with you. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, won't you please shine down on me? Very good. Alrighty, our next book is a love letter to our planet. It is called Thank You, Earth, and this is by April Pulley Sayer. And this just is a thank you to Earth about all the great things that it gives to us and how important those are to us. So, thank you, Earth. Wonderful photographs in this book. So, there we go. Dear Earth, thank you for water and those that float, for slippery seaweed and stone. Thank you for mountains and minerals that strengthen bills and bone. Thank you for air, even fishy whale breath. Thank you for colors and coastlines and beaches. Thank you for tiny and towering. Is that a tree? For trees and vines that reach. Does that look like Winston? Thank you for curves and prickles and parallels, for patterns, all shapes that repeat. Thank you for leaves and stems and buds, for plants' parts that we can eat. Thank you for sounds and storms and seasons, for struggles and pale in-betweeners. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you for rays and radials and overlapping greens. Thank you for jumbles, ingredients for soil, and bright new growths in spring. Is it spring? Yeah. Thank you for those that crawl. Yes, all, even for those that sting. Thank you for sunsets, for sky room for birds, for edges eyes can roam. Thank you for beginnings, for endings, for lifetimes. See all the cool animals? Thank you for being our home. So when we think about Earth that way, that it's our home, and all these things are important to keep our home healthy then it's easy for us to try to do things to make the earth happy and healthy, right? Alrighty, so we're gonna put the words up to both of our songs so you can sing along with me and practice your reading. So we're gonna do Pick It Up first. Here it comes. See the litter, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. See the litter, pick it up. We are not litter bugs. Alrighty, Mr. Sun. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, won't you please shine down on me? Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind a tree. These little children are asking you to please come out so they can play with you. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, won't you please shine down on me? Alrighty, so before we get to our last story, I want to remind everyone that story time will be on vacation May 18th and May 25th. So that means there will be no new video and no new craft those 2 weeks, so we can prepare for summer reading. Summer reading is going to start bright and early June 1st, which is a Tuesday, right after Memorial Day, and we will have story time on at 10:30 on our YouTube channel. You'll be able to pick up your crafts, but we will not be having any programs in person yet. So we will still be doing videos online, and you'll be able to register for summer reading, keep track of the readings that you do, earn your points, earn your little badge prizes, start buying your tickets for your big prizes, and we will have all kinds of virtual programs for summer reading. We have a pop artist coming. We have we have a pop artist who's going to do some programs for us online. We have a pianist. That's someone who plays the piano, and he is going to do a couple of concerts for us online. We are going to have lots of really cool videos from the zoo because Miss Allen's going to be doing story time about animals all summer long because our summer reading theme is tales, like stories, and tales like animals. So we're going to do stories about animals, and the zoo is going to do videos about animals that live at the zoo. So we're excited for you to catch those. The Audubon Society is going to have a couple of sessions with us, and we're going to have a family bingo at the end. So lots of things happening, just not in person. Remember that you can visit the library. We're open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and you can see us on YouTube. And let's get started with our last story. We are Extremely Very Good Recyclers by Lauren Child. And Lauren Child's Charlie and Lola books, we have lots of them in the series. We even have some DVDs because they have a TV show now. So this is Lauren Child. We are extremely very good recyclers. And we talked about that when we talked about ways that you can take care of the earth. And your craft today that Miss Molly's putting together, it's a recycled craft from something that lots of people get all the time, and you're going to make a craft out of it. See? Recycling. We're being really good users. Alrighty. I have this little sister, Lola. She is small and very funny. Lola loves keeping things, all kinds of things. Boxes, old broken toys, just things. Not anymore, says Lola. I say, has it gotten anything to do with when we went to Marv's house? Lola says, yeah, maybe. She's remembering what happened yesterday. Marv says, I dare anyone to go in my brother Marty's room. He doesn't let anyone touch any of his things, and he won't throw anything away. Mom says his room looks like a complete pigsty. I say, can't be that bad. When we sneak into Marty's room, Lola says, oh, it's a stink. But then we hear, get out of my room, now! And Marv shouts, run! Look at the mess. So you see, Charlie, I do not ever, never want my room to look like Marty's. So I am throwing everything away because I do not need it. Well, why don't you recycle it? And Lola says, bicycle it? No, recycle it. Recycle it? What's that? Says Lola. Well, it's a way that people can reuse old things in new and different ways. Why? Says Lola. Because if we threw everything away, then we would all be completely buried under a massive, huge pile of garbage. And if we don't use things again, in the end, we will just run out of everything. So recycling is a good idea. Did you know there are these places where they make new paper out of old paper? The old paper gets smooshed up with water and things, and then they press it all flat. And then they make all sorts of new types of paper, like toilet paper, wrapping paper, writing paper, coloring in paper, aid cartons. That's very clever. Later, Lola says, look, Charlie, Mom bought me this special comic book. It's called Look After Your Planet. And there's lots about recycling in it. And I say, ooh, a contest. You can win a tree, all of your own to plant. What do we have to do, says Lola. We have to collect 100 of each thing. 100 tin cans, 100 plastic things, and 100 things made out of paper. That's a lot of things, says Lola. Look, Lola, your very own tree counter. Do you see the tree counter? It has leaves on it. Every time you collect something to recycle, you can stick a leaf onto a branch. When your tree counter is completely filled up, you can get your very own real tree to plant. Lola says, I'd love to plant a tree. Well, you better start recycling. And Lola says, okay, Charlie. This box is for all the plastic things, and this one is for the tin cans, and this one is for the paper. And I have already recycled 2 plastic things, 2 baked bean cans, and some paper. I say, I'm not sure we'll be able to collect 100 of each thing in just 2 weeks, Lola, all on our own. And Lola says, of course we can, Charlie. Have you finished? Good. Later, Lola says, see, Charlie, I can recycle these toilet paper rolls. What did she do? She just took the paper off the toilet paper rolls. And I say, that idea is to use the paper really slowly and not waste it, so we don't have to cut down lots of trees. Then you recycle the rolls. Well, we need some more leaves on the tree counter, so maybe we need to ask even more people. The next day at school, Lola says, we have to save the trees and stop us being covered in big, large pile of garbage. If we fill this tree with leaves, we will win our very own real tree for the school. Everyone is excited and says, I want to do recycling, pass it on. I want to do recycling, pass it on. I want to do recycling, pass it on. So everyone at school is recycling. Look how many I've got. I've got a lot too. You are a very good recycler, Lola. Oh, Morton, you're not helping. So Morton goes home and he finds more things to recycle. When everything is recycled, Lola says, oh no, we didn't fill up the whole tree, so we will not be getting our own real tree. But then Morton comes along. Lola says, look at what he's got. And soon we have filled up our tree counter. Thank you, Morton, says Lola. You are a very good recycler. Then Marv whispers to Morton, where did you get all that? And Morton says, Marty's bedroom. Marv says, you're gonna be in such big trouble. The next day, we all go outside to plant the tree. Look, our very own real school tree, says Lola. We are extremely, very good recyclers, aren't we? Later, when we're all at Marv's house, we suddenly hear, "Who's been in my room?" "Let's get out of here," says Marv, and Morton says, "Quick, run for it." They did a good job of learning to recycle, didn't they? Excuse me, tickle my throat. Yeah, they learned how to recycle. That's a very important thing, to put your cans and your plastic and your paper so that companies can reuse those for other things. They do like tires. Some people make jewelry. They're doing all kinds of fun things with our old trash. So, alrighty, we're gonna sing our 2 songs, and then when we come back, we have a really cute recycling flannel board. So here we go. See the litter, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. See the litter, pick it up. We are not litter bugs. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, won't you please shine down on me? Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind a tree. These little children are asking you to please come out so they can play with you. Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, won't you please shine down on me? Alrighty, we are back, and it is time for our flannel board. Does anybody know what this is? What does this symbol mean? Alrighty, so this is a recycling tub, and this symbol means that you can recycle. You can take something and change it into something else. Recycle. So, we're going to do a recycle flannel board with, what is this? A water bottle, a plastic water bottle, and these should definitely be recycled. So, our flannel board is to the tune of a song you probably do not know, but your grown-ups probably do. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. We're going to do 5 bottles of juice on the ground. So let's put our bottles of juice on the ground. Oh, you can't even see those. Go a little closer. Put them over here. There we go. 3, 4, 5. We have 5 bottles of juice on the ground. 5. Ready? It goes 5 bottles of juice on the ground, 5 bottles of juice. Pick one up, throw it in the tub. 4 bottles of juice on the ground. Very good. Okay. 4 bottles of juice on the ground, 4 bottles of juice. Pick one up, throw it in the tub. 3 bottles of juice on the ground. 3 bottles of juice on the ground. 3 bottles of juice. Pick one up, throw it in the tub. 2 bottles of juice on the ground. 2 bottles of juice on the ground. 2 bottles of juice. Pick one up, throw it in the tub. 1 bottle of juice on the ground. 1 bottle of juice on the ground. 1 bottle of juice. Pick it up, throw it in the tub. No more bottles of juice on the ground. Look at that, we've recycled our bottles of juice. Very good. Alrighty, so next week we are going to play in the dirt. Our story time is about dirt. Nice soft dirt where you can plant things, where worms grow. Perfect after we talk about taking care of our earth, right? So, Miss Molly has a great craft after this, and I hope to see you in the library. And remember, if you make a nice craft for us that you want us to see, send us a picture of it. We'd be happy to put it on our webpage and post it on our Facebook page. Alrighty, until next time, on my face I have a nose. On my feet I have 10 toes. I have 2 eyes that I can blink, and here's my head so I can think. I have a chin and very near. I have 2 ears so I can hear. Have 2 arms I reach up high, and with my hands I wave good.
Hello everyone, welcome to Adventures in Storytime. We're doing a craft today. This week's theme is Earth Day, so we are using some recycled materials to do our craft this week. We are making these little trees out of bubble wrap and paper. So that's what they'll look like. You don't need very much, you just need some bubble wrap, you need a little bit of construction paper, maybe a piece of scrapbook paper, glue, scissors, and really that's about it. So we'll get started. First we have to get situated. Alright. So the first thing that we will want to do is put, this is our tree trunk, they're different shapes and sizes. We will glue this onto our scrapbook paper, that's the background. Okay, so figure out where you want it. Okay, perfect. So, there we go. Oh, I forgot to mention you'll need something to color with and or paint. So it's up to you. But let me rewind. So the first thing that you'll want to do before anything is color your bubble wrap. I did green. Well, okay, so this bubble wrap already came in the color green. However, if you want to make yours green like a tree or whatever color you want, you can use markers. That'll work super well. Or you could use paint. And if you're going to paint, I would recommend using like a tempera paint or an acrylic paint. Definitely not watercolor, that won't work very well. So you'll want to use one of those and then wait a bit for it to dry. So I didn't want you to have to wait for my stuff to dry. So it's already green. Alright, we'll go back to where we were. So the next thing we'll do is glue on our tree top to the tree trunk. It doesn't really matter what side you choose to glue. Either one will work. Okay, so I glued on the tree top. The next thing I'll do is glue on the grass at the bottom. I have this extra strip that I can use for grass. If you want, you can just glue it as is, or if you want to make the ground look uneven or like hills like that, you can use some scissors and cut it. I might also trim it down because it's a little bit long. Okay. You could use a marker to help you draw it out, but you can also just have a grown-up help you. Okay, that looks pretty good, so I'm gonna glue that. Okay, so that's it. You can add more to your picture. You can use more recycled materials or like odds and ends that you have at home, or maybe draw some birds in the sky or a sun, whatever you want. Or you can just leave it as is. It'll look really good. That's all. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.